this populate for just a minute. I normally don't like to wait a long time, but if you guys would share this out, that would be glorious. I was rewatching where I called into Tina's video, and for some reason, when I call in there, it is all choppy and it's all fucked up. So I figured, you know what? I'll do my own video so that this way the Alabama lawyer and self-proclaimed guardian ad litem, Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, will have the information, and I can explain to everybody what it was that I was saying that you probably could not understand. I normally don't give it a long time. I don't expect a whole lot of people to pop in, but I know people will watch it later. So, a little bit of clarification. Yeah, she did. And so I'm going to clarify a couple of things. I'm not sure if Tammy Blair pops in. Judy, you're more than welcome to call up when I'm done here in a second if you want to. So she's making these false claims, right? That supposedly I have photos of her children, false, or that KK has photos of her children being disseminated from me, false. He doesn't even have photos of her kids. It's actually a video on my YouTube that was a live public video that the attorney from Alabama, Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, did live publicly here on Periscope, which she has multiple times called pedoscope. Okay, that's what she calls it. So what she did was she made this video in an attempt to belittle and downgrade Tammy Blair and her children, and what Karen Materna did was she exploited her children in order to do so in a live public video here on Periscope, again, which she calls pedoscope. So she did this knowingly, willingly. She said she could put pictures of her kids if she wants. She took a picture. One of them was Tammy Blair's daughter when her daughter was a minor, but she exploited her own daughter and sons. As a matter of fact, I know that the video last night that both the pictures of the daughter and of the son was shown from the video that Karen Pettit Materna, the attorney Alabama, did on her live public video. Now, she's gone and she'll try to cry and she'll try to get a hold of YouTube like she did the last time, and they'll tell her that it is, due to fair use, it's not monetized, and it was a live public video that therefore fair use kicks in and there's no copyright infringement. There's nothing on there other than me saying exactly what the video is. In the comment section, it also shows the fair use, okay? And that's what it does. And I play the entire video from beginning to end that Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, attorney from Alabama, put on here and did on Periscope live publicly. I keep stressing that for a reason. And now she's butthurt because of the fact she wants to say people are harassing her children. That is completely false. What the reality behind all of this is the fact that it's showing a video that Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, lawyer from Alabama, decided to go ahead and put out herself. Now, she did so willingly and publicly. Therefore, when that was collected or recorded, now, we know that Pam has lots of videos and everything else, and that's perfectly okay as long as it doesn't affect them. But you see, that video is where she tried to slander, smear, and belittle Tammy Blair and her children. We are talking about the video, her class versus trash video that KK showed part of last night. That is public on my YouTube channel, that was taken from the live public video that Karen Lynn Pettit Materna did on Periscope. Knowingly, she calls it pedoscope. Okay? So, she's now saying she's filed police reports and called police departments. And on Tina's video, what I heard, she was saying she called my police department. I will go tomorrow and I will speak with them. And even before they even bother to contact me, I'll find out what officer she talked to and I'll have a conversation with them. Because you see, YouTube wouldn't take the video down the last time because there's nothing there. Under fair use, I can post that under Section 107 of the Fair Use Act, and it was a live public video. And I'm not monetizing it. I'm making no money from that whatsoever. Nothing. Okay. So now that we have, she has people understanding that she has exploited her children amongst other people's children, the things that she has done to show her character, and knowing the fact that now there are legal processes in motion against her to show who she truly is, she doesn't want it to be done. And now she wants to claim that, oh, somebody's harassing her child. No, let me clarify. I, as well as KK and anybody else, has put out, okay? We are actually in fear for your children. We are actually appalled that a mother, just a mother in general, let alone somebody who is a guardian ad litem who speaks for children, would exploit their own children like she did on a live public video. Nobody should do that. My kids, their pictures are either locked away under private. The only pictures that people really have seen of my kids is ones like my son playing football in action. There are a couple of people who have seen where I took pictures of my son and his football equipment, but very few people have seen those pictures. And it's people that I trust that will not throw those around and try to do anything with them. Now you see, again, the video that is on my YouTube, it has the exact title that Karen Lynn Pettit Materna used. It is everything on there, and I put full video so that everybody knows it is from the beginning of her bullshit for the video to the end. So she can't say it was chopped up. She can't say it was edited. It froze. Am I still frozen? Are you kidding me? I got a notification, but it shouldn't have froze up. Okay, back. So again, that was a video she herself willingly did to exploit her children in order to try to belittle and slam Tammy Blair and her family. She exploited her own children to do that. So again, any parent should know better, especially when she runs around calling it pedoscope. And she calls everybody around on here falsely, including myself and KK and Abe, calls people pedophiles all the time. But yet she knowingly, willingly exploited her own children on a live public video. And now, she's supposed to be a guardian ad litem. And that's my point. That to me shows an extreme lack of compassion, of class, of any kind of, desire to protect your children, because nobody goes on here and throws out pictures of their children and does things like that, except for the Alabama lawyer, Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, who is also reportedly from her a guardian ad litem. So, Karen Materna, you are more than welcome to contact my police department as much as you want. They already know about you and Piglet from your multiple other phone calls of false bullshit, including the false claims of child pornography. You can contact everybody's, law enforcement that you would like to contact. You can try and get everything as much as you want done and get it done. But you see, Miss Attorney from Alabama, Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, you made that video willingly, voluntarily, and purposely, and exploited your minor daughter and son, but mostly your daughters who you focused on, okay? That is who you focused on, Karen Materna. The majority of the video is focused on the daughters. You did put part of the thing with the sons, but you really focused on your daughter and Tammy Blair's daughter. Okay? So if you want to talk about an obsession when it comes to that, it has to be from you. You seem to be obsessed about Tammy Blair's daughter, because you sure used your daughter and exploited her an awful lot to talk shit about Tammy Blair's daughter. So you see, Karen, nobody's harassing your children. Everybody is calling you a piece of shit for exploiting your children to try to belittle and damage another person because you didn't like them. The same way that you attempt to damage people by running around making false police reports, false claims of people having child porn, false claims of people being pedophiles, etc. So you see, Karen Lynn Pettit Materna of Montgomery, Alabama, Miss Lawyer and Guardian ad litem, nobody is harassing your children. The only thing that is it's up there, and it is a video that you did from the beginning where you start playing Song of the South by Alabama all the way to the fucking end of that video, the entirety of the video that you did. What was it again? Oh, yeah. Publicly on Periscope. So, Miss Materna, you can be as pissed off and mad as you want to be about it. The fact that people are seeing how a fucking vile, disgusting person you are, even to go so far as exploit your own children to further your agenda and your attacks on people. And you know what? You and Pam like to say things like, well, if you put it on the internet, it's on there forever. And someday your kids are going to see it. You know what, Karen? I hope that someday your kids do see it, because they should know that their mother exploited them. You should be ashamed of yourself. Nobody is trying to belittle or harass your children, nor Tammy Blair's children, or anybody else's children. You did that, Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, in your own live public video, and it was captured. So, there's nothing illegal about that. There's nothing illegal about capturing a video that you did live in public. You didn't care. If everybody saw your kids at that point, you didn't care who saw your daughter in the bikini, in the evening gown, in the fucking casual, as you did all three of those. You didn't care about fucking what your son was being shown as, or what, anything to do with Tammy Blair's kids. You didn't care about any of that. You only cared about yourself and your own selfishness. You exploited your children. You did that. Nobody else. Nobody has photographs of your children. Everybody has access to the video that you did live and publicly. So, Judy in Tina's video had called up and made an admission that you had asked her to be in your video, and she was there. And also the fact that it was a live public video. Now, Judy, I'm not going to drag you in. If you feel you want to call and agree to clarify that live here, then feel free. You don't have to. I don't see Tammy Blair here. She's probably enjoying some family time. But Tammy Blair also gave full permission, even though that Karen Lynn Pettit Materna did not have permission. She did not have permission to use Tammy Blair's children, yet she did. Okay? So Tammy Blair gave permission for the video to be up on there for her, because her kids are the ones that you tried to belittle in your live public video that you used to exploit your children to attack somebody. Hi, Judy.
Hi. Yeah, so when she did the video, I was sent a notification that she was live, so I was invited in. And I went right along with it and laughed and carried on, and I was completely part of it. And I have apologized to Tammy for it, and like I said before, she has graciously accepted apologies for everything I've done. I'm just going to leave it there. We've had our conversations.
Well, okay, so I want to clarify, because I'm going to have this video. I'm saving it for myself and anybody else. So are you saying, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, but I want to ask. So the way I understand is, are you saying that Karen Lynn Pettit Materna from Montgomery, Alabama, did a live public video and used her children in that video to belittle Tammy Blair's kid, but it was live and public on here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And have you not heard her call Periscope Pettiscope?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I needed, because you see, you were in the video, and you know what I mean? Like, you didn't like Tammy Blair or even me at that point.
No.
But I appreciate you at least being honest about it.
Well, I was told Tammy a long time ago that I did a lot of shit, and I apologize. And, you can't go over every single thing. And she said, forget it. It's what, we had our conversation.
Yep. We've had ours the same way. It's not,
Yep.
So, no, I appreciate it. I mean, because like I said, I don't want her being able to say that, that we're doing bad things or whatever the case may be. Hey, Shauna, and if you were in it and you know anything about it, you want to call up, you're more than welcome to. I'm saving this video for law enforcement.
Nobody knew we were not speaking. Nobody. I didn't come out and say a word. We just stopped speaking. I pulled away. That was it. Nothing was spoken of, nothing put out, nothing said. I'm not going to fight with the woman. She came into Tina's scope today. Is Judy here? Is Judy here? Is Judy here?
And I saw she made a comment about you.
Yes. What did she say?
It was something about, look at Judy saying something down in the chat or whatever it was.
Because I said it was okay for me to be in the scope at that moment when she put it live and invited me in, but now it's a problem. Why is it a problem? And that's what I said. You invited me in, and it was fine then when we were laughing and joking and carrying on and poking fun at Tammy and her family and everything else. But now, because somebody else is playing it, it's a problem. And she came for me. Nobody was talking about her children. She initiated this shit a couple of days ago when she was in Pam's video and came in and said I was disgusting because she didn't like that I'm talking to people that I didn't talk to before. But like
And
I
God
said, I've
forbid that
left.
you didn't attack me, correct? I mean, I'm sure that's what
Correct.
the,
Well, that's
yeah.
part of it. And that I was in when you did the video about Chris Halladine. I didn't know who he was. I don't do the whole sovereign thing, but somebody died. And so I got like
Yeah.
I got grilled about that too. But I didn't come out and say anything. I didn't do anything. I did nothing. I just said I go where I want. I didn't know the guy. I don't
I
talk
just
to
paid my
Cropper.
respect to the man, not what he's done or God was doing before. I paid my respects. See, now again, she's been on here and like using that as a fucking punchline that a
Yeah.
man was murdered. So, I did
I
my
don't
thing.
even
I
know what
paid
I
my
said. I told her, I said, I don't even talk to Cropper. I don't
no.
talk to Cropper every day. I don't have his phone number. I don't know where he lives. I do now because you did it last night, but I have no knowledge of these people. I don't speak to them on the phone. But I went into the video because somebody died and somebody got murdered. It was like all over the place.
And that's the whole
So,
thing with me. Like I said, I don't have to agree with all this. And I haven't talked to him in years, but I
right.
mean, look, the guy never did shit to me. And he and I used to talk and do research and things like that about,
I
the
guess
court stuff.
her claim
I
is
just,
that you called him a genius. And I was like, well, I
look,
don't follow that shit. So I don't know. I don't even know
here's
who he
the,
was.
when
You
I
know.
knew him, okay, he was very smart when it came to finding things, when it came to the case law and things like that, and
Uh-huh.
helping where we did the research. The whole sovereign thing, I don't know about. I stopped talking to him when he started going that route. But,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, as a person,
Right.
and he was, we had talked about personal things too when it came to our kids and things of that nature. So
Right.
my thing is, I paid my respects to the man that I knew, not the shit he was
Right.
into and doing, but the
Right.
man that I knew. And I
He's a
wouldn't come
father.
on and make a big fucking joke out of somebody being murdered because I don't like him.
Right.
But I paid my respects to the man because you see, this is what gets me. She's on here running around talking all this shit, right? And using his murder as a punchline and doesn't give a fuck if his kids find out. But now
That's what I'm
suddenly
saying. He's a
her
father.
kids,
Come
but
on.
now see her kids, people are seeing the video of her exploiting her own kids. Now that's a problem.
Right. And I know she's probably listening to this and be like, well, you didn't care about the Turners kids. I don't give a fuck about the Turners. I don't give a fuck about the Turner or their kids. I'm not going to say bad things about them. They're kids. But if the Turners choked on fucking pizza crust and dropped dead today, I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't shed a tear. I might even have a party.
Well, that's the way
But
I am. And I just got a
that's how
text
I feel.
message real quick. I got a text message. There's an account that I muted. I didn't realize I thought it was some fucking troll from them. I have to
Uh-huh.
wait till the scope's over to unmute or whatever it is. But I unmuted like Shauna and Shauna and Barker and a couple other people. So
Yeah.
hey, Shauna, we were
So
just jabbing.
I'm gonna drop down.
All right.
That's it. I just wanted to, say that I didn't come for her. She came for me.
Well, and
Well, I
I want to
appreciate the
comment on that real quick
clarification.
before we comment on
Yeah.
the video thing. See, they want to talk about patterns, right? They want to talk about Cropper having a pattern with stuff. Let's talk about Materna's pattern, who, just like you, Judy, decided to cut ties. I did the same with Materna. I said what I needed to say to her in
Thank you
text
so much.
message.
Have a good night.
She wouldn't stop, so I ended up blocking her. And what did her and Pam do? Went live for hours at 3 o'clock in the morning. And this has now been going on for 2 or 3 months where they won't shut the fuck up about me. And I didn't say anything for probably a good month. This is what they do. But yes, in regards to the class versus trash situation that Karen did. Yeah, I was in there as well. It was, we were going really hard with Blair and all of you, and that doesn't justify it, doesn't make it okay. It's
Guess what we're having for dinner? Hold on. It's a joke. It's not really a joke though. We're having pizza.
Hell yeah.
All right.
But yeah, it doesn't
and it's not a $5 pizza either.
She put her child out there just like she put
Well, I want to clarify children, because she did both her sons and her daughter.
Yes.
So it's children. It wasn't just the one child. She did focus mainly on the girls. She focused on that. But she did put her boys in, which I know in the video last night, because he played the video that, she did, that he also showed the thing with the boys.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the dinner ready. My husband hands me the broom. He goes, "You gonna dance?"
Oh my God.
Oh, he goes, "Why don't you go take some money and throw it out on the table and tell NJ, fuck you?" I said, "I already did that one. You were still at work."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Lord.
I'm like, what does he hit me with the broom for? So okay, sorry. Go ahead.
But yeah, I mean, and this whole thing is, and she was even saying again, was it last night or the night before, that if you put out stuff publicly, you know, since she wanted to talk about Tecmo's mother, well, Tecmo, you said it publicly that she's into the Q stuff or she watches the Q stuff, so I could comment on it. Okay, well, you put that out publicly, Materna. So we're all here just watching and commenting. What's the issue?
Right.
Oh, evidently, fucking Patricia Horton went live with Karen G's name in the title.
No,
Of course,
Today?
it did. Just
Just
now,
now?
right
Oh,
now.
God. Well, 2-ton Tessie, you know, please. Important
See,
and
and that's the
relevant.
thing is,
Listen,
yeah, but
I
like I said,
know our grummer is beautiful and awesome and amazing and brilliant,
Yep.
but the
Yep.
obsession the last 2 days is getting a little creepy. It's
Mhm.
it's a little weird. It's a little
Mhm.
uncomfortable. I mean, we do all love her, but I don't really think she is too flattered by your guys' attention over there.
We know
Maybe just lay
Patricia
off
wants
of
to
it.
wear Karen's skin.
yeah, of course. Well, it's just the same way. I got Materna and fucking Piglet wanting to crop her fucking skin suit.
Oh, I just saw
I
This Is
mean,
Your Life 5 years and counting, and of course it's Materna who shared it, which I think is so cute, because wasn't it Materna and Pam who were bitching and be like, oh, look who they're over there with now. They're civil with Lynn and Dawn and all of them. Well, they're all now civil with each other in their scopes.
listen, the only
again,
reason Don and I ever had a problem is I asked to be left out of the shit because
Right.
I wanted to be done. And now, though, everybody understands like why the fuck I asked. Like nobody,
Right.
even though I tried to tell people, and we all did to a point. Like this is the fucking people they are. Like now they're understanding that it wasn't a fucking like you can't. Like I said, you can't believe it unless you're dealing with it yourself. It's like a fucking
Right.
book, and then like they
Right.
didn't understand. Now they understand. And the
So
thing
I'm
of
a
it is,
bitch
like,
because I'm civil with Lynn, because I can have a conversation about the state of the country and COVID-19 because
Yes.
I was in Lynn's beam and had a civil conversation.
Yes, because
well, look,
you were adulting.
and that's the same. Look at Tina. Some of y'all don't like Tina. Like Tina doesn't like some of y'all. She doesn't fuck with me. I don't fuck with her. I've always been that way with everybody. And so like now, Don and Allie and these people are seeing that, look, what I was saying, what we were saying is not a fucking lie. Like it's the God's honest truth. And I have dealt with these two crazy bitches for 4 years.
Yep.
And so now they're understanding it.
You know, when we were all gone, Lynn was actually gone for about a month as well. And still every single day, just like they kept talking about all of us, they were talking about Lynn every single day too. So that's
where the pattern lies.
Shit. Yes.
It's because here, the last time that I left, like I said, when it was Tammy Lee and I, we left the internet, didn't do social media. Of course, we talked and everything else, but we left for 3 months. First day I come back, Karen Materna runs right over to NJ Turner and gets a bunch of shit going on, a bunch of lies and things like that. So again, I leave for 3 months. Karen Materna goes and tries to cause a bunch of shit. And here's another part of the pattern. Here we go again. I'm gone for 3 months, and Karen Lynn Pettit Materna, a lawyer from Alabama and supposed guardian ad litem, and Pamela Liggett out of Arizona are literally shit talking, defaming, etc. while I'm gone.
Yep.
And so, I mean, again, that's the true pattern. If you watch the videos, that like when I talk about them, I'm responding to shit they've done. If I'm gone 3 months, you can watch those videos where nothing was said to them about them, nothing at all anywhere. And then how many times they say my fucking name alone, let alone KK and Lynn, but my name alone. It shows the obsession from that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Cropper, it's a good thing that Periscope is going down March 31st, because come, what is it, the end of this school year, so in May, mostly in most states, Karen will then have an empty nest, and so God knows what she's going to do with her time then. So we should all be happy Periscope is empty.
I got a feeling that she may have a lot of time on her hand with her with some things that are going in motion now. She may have more time on her hands before school's over.
Hey, there you go then.
So I guess, then she can do whatever it is she wants. And another thing is she said in her little 4-hour video, like I said, if somebody wakes me up at fucking, in the morning, wee hours of the morning, and says, oh, look at this Periscope video, I'm going to fucking cuss you out. I'm not going to get on there and shit talk for 4 hours.
Yep,
but,
exactly.
So she did that. And, of course, she brought the same shit over and over and over again, slander, and literally just can't fucking stop. So, I can only imagine what it's going to be like when she has nothing to do at all.
Yep.
I mean, but then again, I don't personally give a fuck. I mean, and she made a comment. Now I want to clarify something because even before you and I had like squashed the shit and leading up, so she said that I had made comments about going to her house. Now, the only time I said about going to her house when we were in Alabama is we were all fucking talking about going down there when she invited everybody when the Turners were talking about going to Alabama. Now, I've never said I'm going to her house. I've never threatened to go to her house and do anything. And I've never threatened to burn her home down. Have I? Or, because I think you might have heard when I said that when I own your shit, bitch, I will own your house. I will donate it to your local fire department. Let them burn it down and use it for training. Did I or not say that?
And that's what I had heard when I was first told that you had said that you were going to burn down her house or something. I was like, what the hell? And you and I talked about this the other day. But then when I watched further, you had actually come back on because she was claiming that. And I think I even went live and was like, what the fuck, Cropper? Why would you say that? Like, you're threatening to burn someone's house down. And I'm pretty sure you actually went live and addressed it. And you're like, no, let me make this crystal fucking clear of what I said. And
yeah, I've done so
numerous times and you corrected it of what she was running with.
Because that's what she likes to do. She likes to take little pieces of things and twist it and take it out and say, oh my God, look at this, and not go and put it into context or the complete truth behind everything. And if you don't get a fucking battery for that smoke detector, I'm making a 3-hour drive fucking north and dropping it in your fucking mailbox.
We actually have it. He's just got to put it in.
Rob's tall enough. There ain't no fucking excuse.
I know. I'll make it as soon as we're done eating.
Yeah, I just wanted to, like I said, I came on here because I was rewatching Tina's video because I downloaded it because I wanted to, like, that way she can't say I said this or that or whatever. And it's kind of hard for some reason, it breaks up. So I wanted to make sure I did my own because that way I could make sure everything that I said on Tina's video, I re-said. The fact Judy came up, Judy, I appreciate, I know she's eating dinner, so she's not here. I appreciate her coming back up and reiterating what she said. I'm sure Blair's eating dinner or she'd pop up. But like I said, I just want to make sure that we all understand and law enforcement understands, because I will make sure I have this and law enforcement has this to understand that she made a live public video on an app she calls Pedoscope and put her own children's photos out. And what was replayed last night was from that video that was captured and under fair use is put up on the internet because it is, again, a live public video. So under fair use, and it's not monetized, it is able to be put up on there under Section 107 of the Fair Use Act of 1976. And I explained it in Tina's video, and anybody wants to figure it out, you can go to YouTube. On my YouTube videos, it is in every video, so they can't take it down. And Materna tried that the last time. She tried to get a hold of YouTube, and then she was claiming it was this, that, and the other. I got an email from YouTube. And then YouTube, I gave it back to him and said, nope, this is from a live video. So I gave him the fair use. And they basically told Materna to get fucked. She's done this before. The only reason it's back up recently is because my old YouTube, I put those things where Predator J Kid was fucking talking about blowing the United States up, and they suspended the account. I made a new account. And you know what? Like I said, there was videos up on there from before. I left. Materna wanted to call me back and defame me and talk all shit and make threats. And so did Pam. So I figured it's all going to go back up again. And Misty wants to come up here real quick. So, but I'm going to end here in just a second. But Misty just popped up. It's under Reality and Ridiculous on YouTube.
Yeah, it's just like I said. So I wanted to call and make sure, like, I was in that video. I was commenting. So it absolutely was live. It absolutely was public. Everyone and anyone could watch it if they chose to. So I'm not quite sure what she's trying to spin here. Now, it was fucked up. It was fucked up I was in there. It was fucked up that all of us were in there talking, and makes no excuse that we were going back and forth. What was done was not okay. But Materna, stop. You did that video. You chose to do that video. We chose to watch it and comment.
And that video doesn't... The video isn't myself or anybody else throwing pictures of her daughter up and making a video or her son up. It's literally the entire video that she did herself. And if she didn't care who saw it when she did it, then why does she care now?
Right.
Hey.
So, Misty?
I just have a second because I'm on my way to take food to my uncle. So isn't this kind of the argument that Pam was trying to make last night about when she was arguing back and forth with Libby, when she was saying, well, you know, they were public pictures on a public page and, you
Yeah.
know, whatever else.
Mm-hmm. But it's okay. It's
So
different.
it's okay for, you know, whatever, but
Oh, and yeah, I
I'm
see
just
down here
asking.
that I think it was Judy said Materna sucking NJ's ass. I told y'all. I fucking
Yep.
Missy will tell you. I told everybody that when this shit, and even like before Sean and I had the last fucking thing going down, did I not tell everybody when Materna was pulling her shit thin, she's gonna
Yep.
run to fucking NJ and try to get NJ on her fucking side. I fucking
Yep.
told you. Because the first
Yep.
thing she did when I agreed with NJ and Justin to stop the shit back in 2019, she ran to y'all, lied to y'all, turned you fucking against me, and she has nobody she can do that to now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone
that was
knew.
the-
And even last night, I had said to Rob, I said, because he'd kind of heard it in the background while I was walking past him. And later on, I told him, I said, Materna's going to do everything to get back in with them. And Rob's
Mhm.
like, of course she is. Her and Pam have no one else. So,
They have Christina, though, and Val Ventura.
Well, I mean, fucking
God,
A. If she's
got
sharing
it.
out Fat Trisha's lives after Fat Trisha has said what about her husband's obit for how long? Even when we
Yep.
told Fat Trisha to leave it alone and quit saying it and the reason why and whatever
Made
else,
claims that
but
she
Fat
murdered
Trisha
her.
wouldn't leave it alone.
I think she's
Yep.
one of the ones that made claims that Materna murdered her husband too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
And we
Yeah,
told
yeah.
Fat Trisha to stop.
Mm.
That, you know, that wasn't whatever. Materna made it very clear as
But
to
listen,
why.
do you
But
really
she kept on.
expect less?
Even like 2 weeks ago, Fat Trisha was saying the same shit. But now
What,
Materna's over there sharing her shit out.
do you expect less though? Because look at MV Pussy. Materna and Pam called him a fucking pedophile, and he's all so they're all BFFs. That's what I'm saying. Like the
Yeah.
fucking people. It doesn't surprise me. It don't surprise me. But it is
Don't
what it is.
either. Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
remember,
dropping because
guys.
I'm here at my uncle's.
Well, remember,
Oh, no worries, Missy.
Christine Cropper and
Bye.
everyone. Rules are for thee, not for me. Isn't that how they rule? I think that's Pam
Pretty
and
much.
Materna's little thing they live by. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm allowed to bitch and cry about everything, but if you do it to me, fuck all of you. Y'all are horrible, and I'm gonna sue you all.
Well, it's like, look, they're old and women, and they're allowed to attack me. But for God's sakes, if I fire back, and I'm a horrible, horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, what's
After
up, Judy?
months of being
Oh
silent.
God, everybody's sending me Patricia's video because they're over there talking about my makeup brushes and that I need to not put them above my toilet. It's gross. It's in a bathroom on a fucking shelf.
Who cares what
Stop
they gotta say?
stalking my life, you motherfuckers. Do you see what I'm saying? They
Wow.
want to wear my skin.
And that's the pattern. That shows the real fucking pattern between like the people over there, the people like Materna and Piglet. Those are the ones who we have a definite fucking pattern, and they've done it to multiple people.
Yep.
So we have a pattern established, but it isn't of me fucking just randomly fucking attacking people.
Guys,
I don't
does
do
that mean I
that.
have to go back to making capes again?
You know
I
what?
still have the capes.
I really
Capes for
am
everyone.
like, she's sitting there saying that I need to worry about my makeup brushes that are above my toilet. NJ, you need to worry about your fat ass and the broom that's stuck up it and the splinters in your ass. You need to worry about yourself and stop worrying about, again, my life, my makeup brushes, my money, my husband, his job, our sex life, my house, my dog, my car, my kids, the job you took. I mean, like, seriously? But guess what, bitch? Like a phoenix, Jude rose from the ashes. I don't lay down and fucking die.
You know what? I want to say this before we completely just are done tonight.
Uh-huh.
You know what? March 31st can't come soon enough.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing of it is everybody's like, well, just leave. I've done that, and it doesn't
Me
fucking
too.
matter.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So law enforcement, they can come knock on my door and ask me questions about this video that she did publicly. But I wanted to make this to clarify from folks who were, well, obviously you all who were in the video. And also I wanted to clarify what I had said and the reason it's up and everything else. I want to make sure everything was very, very clear because in Tina's video, it was very choppy and nobody could understand it. So again, under fair use, when you make a video like she did live and public under fair use, that video right there can be go ahead and it can be taken and it can be reposted under the fair use. It's not monetized. It's being
Nope.
used for what is in Section 107 of the Fair Use Act of 1976. And if she doesn't like the fact the video is being shown again, she was perfectly proud of herself to do it in the first place, but now suddenly she doesn't want it shown. Well, then perhaps she should have rethought that before she made it in the first place, a live public video. That's all.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna drop. I'm gonna go back
too.
to eating.
Yeah, I'm gonna
listening.
jump off here too. I just wanted to make this really quick so that I could clarify to everybody what I said and the reasoning behind everything. So you ladies have it. Enjoy your dinner. I'm gonna go do the same thing myself.
All right.
Everybody have a nice night, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
All righty.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.